was spiraling at 12:05 a.m. as the world was on fire as a result of his heinous actions, post after post on social media. He posted that this Cuban-American congresswoman calls for Democrats aiding Cuba must be investigated for treason as Donald Trump threatens to invade Cuba. He posted this: FBI and DOJ concerns on Mar-a-Lago raid bolster Florida-based anti-Trump grand conspiracy inquiry. What are you doing at 12:05 a.m.? He posted the following: Trump scores a 30 out of 30 on his cognitive assessment. He looks 14 years younger than he is. No, he doesn't. And you took a dementia screening. Donald Trump posts the following about Hunter Biden. Ex-Intel official reported Hunter Biden laptop letter was a deception operation. Another post: EPA boss made criminal referrals alleging Democrats self-dealing. He posted this weird photo of himself in front of a chart. He posted this: if Iran surrenders and admits their navy is gone and resting at the bottom of the sea, and their air force is no longer with us, and if their entire military walks out of Tehran and they surrender and say, I surrender, I surrender. He has this weird kind of fantasy of that's not the existing reality of Iran surrendering to him. As we noted on the Midas Touch Network, Trump posted his Iran documents of surrender fantasy on May 18th, then May 26th. Then he posted it again late last night, deranged, over and over again. He attacks New York District Attorney Alvin Bragg, New York City District Attorney Alvin Bragg. He goes, Alvin Bragg created a new crime just for Donald Trump. He then posts photos of fountains. He attacks Canada and writes 51st state. He then posts a document that says President Trump positive press from May 28th, 2026. Why are you posting that at 12:05 a.m. on June 1st, a sheet that says Trump's positive press from May 28th, 2026? And then he posts the Washington Post style section asked the question, did Trump pick the right blue for the reflecting pool? We asked a pool guy. And then he posts the following from Eric Trump. This is the exact reason they tried to throw him in jail, kill him multiple times. While Donald Trump was posting that, as I noted at the outset, the world is on fire. Last night, Russia launched some of its most intense strikes on Kyiv. Dozens of Russian one-way attack drones, as well as cruise and ballistic missiles, were launched and targeted the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv during last night's large-scale attack. We saw the visuals of it. This is the morning hours as smoke rose from the area right by the Mother of Ukraine statue in Kyiv. You can see here as Russian air-launched cruise missiles, likely the Kh-101s, hammer the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. You can see what that looks like, hell breaking loose there. And Donald Trump posting away whatever the hell that was that I showed you at the beginning of this video. As I said, while the world is on fire. You know, yesterday we learned that the United States lost one of its soldiers in Iraq. We also learned that a British soldier was lost in Iraq in an air base in Erbil in northern Iraq. That was the same area that Iran targeted with its ballistic missile strikes and drones after the United States targeted the Strait of Hormuz in violation of the ceasefire. Now, both the Trump regime and the UK are saying that the deaths of these soldiers was caused by a training mission. They both were killed in training missions. Really, at the same time that you attacked Iran, Iran retaliated by striking and targeting this exact location. It just so happened that 2 soldiers were killed because of a training mission. You know, it's like when the Trump regime is claiming that 5 soldiers who were recently injured in Kuwait at the air base there that was also hit by Iran in response to the United States violating the ceasefire and attacking the Strait of Hormuz, that they were injured by debris that happened to fall on them at the same time Iran launched drone and ballistic missile strikes at that Kuwait air base. And does Donald Trump or CENTCOM acknowledge that 5 U.S. service members and contractors were seriously injured in Kuwait? No, they cover it up while Donald Trump makes posts about reflecting pools and fountains and Hunter Biden and Alvin Bragg or whatever the hell he's posting about. Oh yeah. And then late last night, the White House, the official White House account, posted the following: to those negatively chirping, quiet. It will all work out well in the end. It always does. Stop chirping. Shh. And they posted this video. Here, I'll show you. Play this clip. Shh. And again, just the split screen right here of that post, while you see right here the people in Kyiv in these underground shelters right here, as we wrote on the Midas Touch Network. Russia launched a massive overnight attack on Kyiv, striking a 24-story apartment building and causing a partial collapse with people potentially trapped under rubble. Donald Trump's out there posting that. Also, while the American people are suffering right now, while the American people are having their lives destroyed by this disastrous Trump economy, Trump goes, shh, be quiet, peasants. Shh. Oligarchs are handling this matter while they manipulate the market, while Trump executes 3,800 stock trades in the first quarter of 2026. One new stock trade every 9 minutes. Shh, is what Donald Trump says. Don't ask questions. Don't speak about what's happening. Don't call out Donald Trump for covering up a child sex trafficking ring in the Epstein files. Don't call Donald Trump out for promising that electric prices and gas prices would be cut in half on day one, and he lied about that while things are more expensive. Shh. Don't question when Donald Trump said inflation was going to make everybody so rich that you would get Doge dividend checks worth $5,000, that you would be so rich that there would be a manufacturing boom. When Donald Trump said he would bring in $21 trillion, which was all a lie, as our deficit is increasing more than it ever has before, as he's piling on more debt than we ever have before. Shh. Don't ask questions. The right-wing oligarchs are in command, and they don't give a crap about what we, the people, feel. That's what he's saying. It's so damn despicable, but you should actually listen for a second about what's going on, because while you've been claiming since early March you're going to do a deal with Iran, you ain't doing a deal, and they keep mocking the hell out of you throughout the evening while you're making those posts. The Iranian embassy are posting things like this: the blade POTUS cut himself with, and it's a blade of Iran. You have Iranian social media accounts posting the following: looks like the Americans can't get enough of it. The latest message on the canvas says, until the last American soldier leaves the region. The footage is from this morning, and it's of Iran's ballistic missiles shooting American interests in the region and causing consequences that the United States is covering up. Senior Iranian lawmaker Abraham Azizi issued the following warning for northern Israel. Urgent warning to settlers in northern occupied Palestine. An urgent warning will be published soon. Stay updated, saying if Netanyahu further invades Lebanon, then Iran is going to attack northern Israel, or occupied Palestine, as Abraham Azizi puts it. Then Donald Trump leaked yesterday to Barak Ravid and Mark Caputo of Axios that he called up Netanyahu and he said, what the F are you doing, man? What the hell are you doing in Lebanon, man? Why are you doing that? Don't do that. People hate you. That's what Donald Trump leaked. As though we're supposed to believe what Donald Trump leaks to Barak Ravid. I think that Donald Trump was trying to do that to try to show the Iranians, look, we still got a deal, don't we? We still got this fake ceasefire, don't we? But in any event, Netanyahu's top ministers, Ben-Gvir and Smotrich, said, don't listen to Trump, escalate. And Netanyahu posted yesterday evening, we're going to go full-fledged in Lebanon. We're going to keep on going further into Lebanon, into these suburban areas. We're going to, that's what's going on. And Donald Trump's making these deranged posts now. Donald Trump's losing his base throughout this entire process as well. Have you seen the latest from a guy who used to be a right-wing kind of MAGA guy, Sean Ryan and Megyn Kelly? Did you see this that they just dropped? Play this clip.
I just don't see any positivity coming out of this administration. It seems very self-serving. I have a list of shit printed I could go through, but what was the last one? He fucking made it so he had Todd Blanche do the dirty work so that him or anybody in his family could never be audited by the IRS. What the fuck is that shit?
Mm-hmm.
The drone company, the $400 million jet from Qatar.
Yep.
What is it? The Executives Club. You know about that?
Yeah, that they started in DC.
You don't hear about any of this shit.
Yeah.
Does this shit look like he's serving the fucking people? No. So you're gonna serve that? Or are you gonna speak out against it and let everybody know what the fuck is happening?
You think he'd be better off?
Fox News sure as fuck isn't reporting any of this shit.
None of it. None of it. No, I there's no question that the corruption in the administration has been far beyond what
He sued the fucking government. He sued his own fucking government.
And more from them right here. Play this clip.
They can't afford groceries, they can't afford gas prices, they can't afford homes, they can't afford healthcare, and we're giving $16.2 billion to Israel for just one of those line items. Never mind what we spent on this Israel's war against Iran, which no one wants. No one. The poll numbers on that are over 70% against. And we're not going to help our own people. Those Obamacare subsidized consumers are going to suffer because we have other priorities. It's enraging.
Because, you could have all these MAGAs as they return to Congress, like Bill Haggerty. They claim the stock market's booming, the economy is humming. But the American people don't feel it. Here's what the MAGAs are saying. Play this clip.
Maybe the president and the Republicans could make more of the enormous financial gains to America's middle class because of Wall Street's performance. Last word to you.
Stuart, that's a great suggestion. And if you think about it, stock markets are forward-looking. I think there's a lot of optimism in the future. And if you look at the new Trump accounts, the Trump IRAs, that's going to expand even more American access to the markets and let them have an ownership interest in the great future that's ahead of us. If you look at what we do with the big, beautiful bill, more incentive to invest capital in America, this economy is humming. So I think you're exactly right. We should focus on it more.
Got it.
And finally, I'll show you what former Fed Chair Jerome Powell said last night during a powerful speech he gave at the John F. Kennedy Courage Awards, where he was awarded. And I saw one account say, when you quote the founders, and it sounds like it's a way of criticizing the current person in the Oval Office, that's how you know how far this regime has veered from democracy and from what our country is supposed to stand for. So I'll play us out here with former Fed Chair Jerome Powell last night. Maybe that's what sent Donald Trump into a spiral all night. But here he is. Watch for yourself. Jerome Powell, former Fed Chair. Let's play it.
As Americans, we are motivated by the belief that freedom and democracy greatly enhance human fulfillment. The work to preserve and strengthen our own democracy can be noisy, frustrating at times, and embattled. Partisan political differences are normal, indeed essential, in a thriving democracy. But we ought to be united in our commitment to the higher principles that define our nation. Chief among them is respect for the rule of law. As John Adams of Massachusetts wrote, ours is a government of laws, not of men. Our public institutions carry us forward through change. These institutions embody our commitment to freedom, democracy, and service of the public good. The philosopher Edmund Burke warned that democratic institutions take much time, effort, and patience to build, but can be torn down all too quickly. It is essential that we preserve what is good in our institutions, even as we strive to improve them. While we will have political differences, at the end of the day, we all love this wonderful country and want what is best for it and for all of our fellow Americans. And I'll close, as others have, with a line from President Kennedy's amazing January 20, 1961 inaugural address. The famous words, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Thank you.
Well, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you all think. Hit subscribe. Help us get to 7 million subscribers. We're so close. Thanks for watching. We appreciate y'all.